Hello everybody, we are back with another episode of 50 Questions with a Rec Room YouTuber. Today we have Bo, the original Quest speedrunner and one of the most iconic faces in Rec Room. So, are you ready to get started with the questions?
I'm ready.
Alright, so let's speedrun this faster than you soloing Golden Trophy with only pots and one hand tied behind your back. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Question number 1. What is your favorite and least favorite Rec Room quest?
Crimson is my favorite. Love this quest, love the atmosphere. Least favorite would probably be Crescendo, just because it's very long.
Yeah.
And 90% of the Rec Room population can't play it.
Sure.
It's very hard to get people into that quest.
Oh, I see, like when you're streaming. Yeah, that makes total sense. Do you play Rec Room for fun, or is it just all work at this point?
Right now, it's pretty much all work. Yeah, I can't really remember. I've gotten on like once or twice in the last month where I just wasn't recording and I played, and that's been the first time in a long time. If I'm on it, I'm streaming or recording pretty much always.
Yeah. Okay, so coffee or tea?
Tea.
Really?
Never been a coffee person.
For some reason, I thought for sure you were going to say coffee. I don't know why. I thought for sure you were going to say
Really?
coffee. Yeah, you're a tea
If
person.
I drink coffee, it's like this much coffee and this much sugar and creamer. So.
Yeah, same.
Never.
Yeah. What has been your favorite event so far in Rec Room in all the time you've been playing?
I really like the invasion events. They were great for XP, especially for somebody in my position. That's how I finally reached level 50, was one of the invasion events.
Oh, it was?
I thought those were pretty fun.
I didn't realize that. I thought you hit level 50 before that, but I guess it was kind of recent.
It was very recent. Yeah, it took me over 2 years to get from 30 to 50.
That's crazy. If money was no object, what would your dream vacation look like?
One of my top places that I've always wanted to visit, more than, like, there's so many places, but like my top spot is like Norway. I don't know why. I just want to see the landscape and the northern lights and all that.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's one of the most beautiful countries, and I would love to visit it.
I went to Norway. I went there by myself, actually. Right before my emus hatched.
Really?
Yeah, and it really was beautiful. There's so many like fjords. Am I saying that right? Fjords. And you just drive around. It's like so mountainous. It kind of reminds you a little bit of Canada, but like Canada on steroids. Like the landscape is really, really beautiful.
Honestly, I want to see everything this marble has to offer before my time is up, and I have not done a great job of it so far.
Yeah. You'll get there. That's awesome. Yeah, Norway's super cool. Next question. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I did not have breakfast.
Oh, well, it's the best meal to start the day, so.
Yeah. It happens more often these days. Just kind of run to work. Usually just have lunch or supper when I get back.
What was the last movie you watched?
We watched Kung Fu Panda last night.
Oh, like the original?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Was it good?
Oh, it's so good.
If you had an extra 5 hours a day, what would you spend it on?
I would want to say sleeping, but it would probably be sent into YouTube, be more recording, more editing. Honestly, knowing me, that's probably what it would end up being.
Yeah, for sure. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
Introvert, 100%. You will hear me talk more in a 2-hour live stream on Rec Room than I will in an entire week in the real world.
Really?
Honestly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, you always strike me as medium outgoing. Like you're not like, you seem like you could be a people person or someone who just like, I don't care about people.
This game has brought me out of my shell a lot, but
Same.
I still like being an introvert, so.
Yes, me too. Is there anyone in your life that you really look up to and admire as a source of inspiration?
It's been like Soul and Snell. They've been like I've been looking up to those guys. They've been doing great on their channels, and I definitely take inspiration from some of the stuff they'll do sometimes. But here recently, like I've been watching a lot of their stuff. They're
When
awesome.
you talk to them, you always leave feeling better than when you started talking to them. You know what I mean? And that's always a
100%.
mark of talking to someone that you enjoy.
Yeah, I mean sometimes Snell makes fun of me, but I think he does it because he cares.
Yeah,
I think. Right?
Right?
It's because you care.
Right of yourself? Yeah, exactly. Do you ever get bored of playing the same Rec Room quest just so often with streaming?
Each time you get different people in there, and they definitely change. You know, you have that new aspect every single time, but there have been times where I've had to take some breaks, especially like last year. I think I was only getting to where I was streaming like once or twice a week. I was just pretty burnt out, plus I had a bunch of other stuff going, so I was doing quests like once, maybe twice a week for like 5 months or something.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it can get a bit
But,
overwhelming, like doing them all the time. You're good at them. You're great at them, but it's still, they don't change.
Yeah, once you know where everything is, they kind of get repetitive. So
Yes.
I do like to mix it up and stream other things, move away from almost Rec Room entirely and just do something different.
Have you ever had a fight with another RecTuber?
Me and Slat went toe to toe here recently. I had to drop a drama video about him.
Yeah. That was pretty serious.
Honestly, though, no. Pretty good with all the other Rec Room YouTubers. I don't think I've ever had any issues with any of them, and as far as I know, they've not had any issues with me. I hope not.
Not that I've heard,
They
so
never
I
told
think
me.
you're good. Pretty sure you're good. What should Rec Room add as their next Rec Room original?
Egyptian-themed quest, please.
Egyptian-themed quest. I mean, we have
Yes.
what founded Egypt, but it's not like a Rec Room original. It's just a community-made Rec Room.
Thinking like old school Mummy, like the old one with like the Brandon Fraser one.
Yeah.
But in Rec Room, you have your little cutlass and a little cork Tommy gun. You hold down the trigger and pop, pop.
I
think that'd be
I
cool.
agree. Wait, so you're a fan of the Mummy movie, I'm guessing?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that movie like 20 times. And have you been on the ride at Disney or Universal Orlando or?
I've never been to Universal.
You'll love it if you go to the one in California or the one in Orlando and you go on the ride. It's super cool. It's like a roller coaster, but it's so insanely well done. Like there's even a room that you go in and like fire comes up on the walls and it's like there's like the scarab beetles. Like it's
nice.
insane. Like if you're a fan of the movie, you have to go there someday. Which do you enjoy most? Making videos, live streams, or shorts?
I have the most fun with the live streams, honestly. It's just great to interact with everybody and hang out. And I am not the most creative person, so live streams are very easy. All I have to do is play the game and hang out.
Fair point. Going live. What if I
It can
say
be
the
very,
wrong
very
thing?
stressful.
It'll get clipped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I trip over my words. Sometimes you say something and it sounds completely wrong. Not at all what you were trying to go for. And
Yeah.
clip, clip.
I mean, it happens. But yeah, streams are definitely easy in that sense. But yeah. If you had one piece of advice for someone who wants to be a Rec Room YouTuber, what would that be?
Consistency, I think, is really, really important, especially when you're starting out, putting out, whether it be one video a week or one a day, try and stay consistent. And then every video that you put out, just try to make it better than the last, whether it's better storytelling, editing, scripting, thumbnails, something. Just try to improve something every single video.
That's kind of how I got to where I am, so I totally agree. Those two things. What is your favorite holiday?
I like Thanksgiving.
Really? The food?
Yeah. Food and just being lazy.
Yeah.
Sitting around doing nothing.
The lazy holiday of Thanksgiving. Yeah, for sure. What was your first job?
My very first job was working on a golf course as a cart boy. Yeah, I grew up, loved golf. And so I'd been going to this golf course for a long time, knew the owner. And as soon as I turned 16, I applied, and he didn't even really look at the application. He's like, yeah, you start tomorrow.
Oh,
So,
did you enjoy it? Was it a fun job?
yeah, I did. It wasn't, it was minimum wage, but I got to play all the free golf that I could handle. So,
Ooh, nice.
man, I got my money's worth out of that.
My first job was Subway. They gave you a free sub every time you worked, and that was really great. It's been so long since I played Rec Rail, I don't have the landscape memorized anymore. It brings out the worst in me,
Right.
It gives me anxiety, and I'm very competitive. And recently I had Chubbier Snail take over my account, and like my actual account. I gave him my password, like, here, log in. And he was pretending to be me, and we played Rec Royale. He started shooting me with like a paintball AR, and I was like screaming at him, like, you're wasting your shots. You don't have any shots. And that's not even the goal of the video, is not to be good at Rec Royale. But I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm horrible. He just literally brings out the worst in me. What is your favorite VR game besides Rec Room?
I've been playing a lot of Beat Saber here recently.
Oh,
I
cool.
do like Beat Saber a lot.
Yeah, me too. They've added new soundtracks, but I haven't tried them out yet. Like, I've only played it like 2 years ago, so I think there's some new music.
I should do that. I version locked mine because every time they update it, it breaks all my mods, so I just locked it where they can't do that anymore. So I don't even have, it's been a long time, so I don't even know what version I'm on, but it's an older one.
Oh, I see. Do you edit your own videos ever, or do you just always have editors to do that for you?
I do a lot of my own videos. Probably like anywhere from 60 to 70% of the videos are edited by me, but I do have an editor who helps out a lot. So.
Okay, for some reason I thought that you only had editors working for you and you never edited yourself, but that's interesting.
No, I would love to get there, but usually I lose a lot of money every time I get an editor, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But I don't have that much money to just keep putting into it, so I kind of have to do some myself.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Things have been slower lately, as you probably know, so I've been editing more of my own videos too, which is nice. You can kind of give out tasks or take them on yourself, but editing is fun, but it's arduous at times. So, was there ever a video that you made that you spent a ton of time on and it didn't yield the results that you had expected?
Most of my videos, I'll be honest, they're usually like room playthrough videos, so they don't really like require just like a ton of work. Most of the videos that we put like a lot of work into, there's a lot of scripting and stuff, they usually perform pretty well. There was one, it was a gorilla type video though, where I did a lot of research big long script, hours and hours of editing. I really thought it was going to get like 100K views, and it got like 6,000, which is still not bad, but it died off pretty hard. So
Yeah, that's tough. It's always, it's the worst feeling.
when I have an idea, I cling to it and try to make it the best I can. But
Well, for me,
they're few and far between.
it's tough because I'm uploading twice a week, so it's like to put a bunch of time into a bigger project when I still have to get those 2 videos out a week. That's what's tough. It's like, love to do bigger projects, but I also have to keep my upload schedule while I work on something that's like 4 times the effort, so it's rare. But
Yeah,
Which app on your phone do you use the most often?
probably Discord.
Discord? Yes,
Yeah.
me too. It's a time sink, that one. What's your favorite thing about being a YouTuber?
The interactions, probably just people coming up to you and they're like, I love your video, like this made my day. I was in a bad place and I watched your videos and it just lifted my spirits or something like that. Like, it'll awesome.
I agree. That's
Just
the
having
best.
people who like care about what I have to say is something I've never had in my entire life, so it's completely new and crazy.
Yeah, the validation is super cool. It's super cool, I agree. What's your biggest challenge right now in your YouTube career?
Storytelling, probably. I've been trying to work on, when we do a room, trying to come up with, some sort of intro that actually has a hook that makes people want to stay, narrating as we go, and just trying to make a story out of everything that we do, because I think storytelling really is going to increase the average view duration on the videos. I think YouTube is going to be really rewarding storytelling here soon. I think that's the way it's going, personally. So that's what I've been working on. Not great at it, but we're working on it.
What's your favorite consumable? This is not a question. This is just an unrelated question.
Root
Number
beer.
51. Root beer?
Yeah, I like the root beer.
Yeah, you're really breaking the bank here to
I
get my
try.
expensive root beer. What's the biggest life lesson you've had to learn so far?
I think one of the things that was probably the hardest for me to finally just latch on to and understand is that I can't please everybody, no matter what I do. You can see that in my streams these days, where before, like, I would do my best. We'd have like 5-hour streams where I was just trying to get everybody in, and these days it's more like, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. No matter what you do, somebody's always going to have something negative to say, and that was something that was pretty hard for me to understand in the early days, I think, but I've come to grips with it. So
Yeah. It's not to say you don't care. You still care very
Yeah.
much. It's just you admit that you can only do so much, which you actually taught me that.
Exactly.
Which I said in my most recent video about like my channel then versus now. Because I remember DMing you and I'm like, do you answer like every DM? Like, what do you do? Because I was trying to slip and I wasn't answering every single
remember,
one.
yeah.
And you were like, I answer the ones I can. And I remember thinking, like, what's wrong with you? You just given up, I guess. I'm like, and then it wasn't even very long after that I realized, like, no, I can't either. Like, and then I just started to let it go because I'm like, no, I'll answer the ones I see that are sweet. And there's a lot of toxic ones too. So I'm not going to sit there and read all the toxic ones just to get to the 3 good ones. Like, you kind of just like, okay, I'm putting this over here. I'm focusing on what I need to do, which is like prioritize basically. So
exactly, yeah. I do my best, but I don't even know how many messages I get a day. It's probably close to 1,000 a day. So like, I can't. It's just impossible.
it's impossible. We're not robots. Like, maybe someday, but for now we still do things manually, so it sucks. Who's your favorite celebrity, or just a celebrity you like in general?
Do they have to be alive?
No, that could be dead for 100 years.
My all-time favorite person, and I wish I could have met him, was Steve Irwin. I just love that dude.
Aw, yeah, he's great. He was great.
I don't watch a whole lot of movies and TVs, but like I always really liked The Crocodile Hunter. So
That's awesome. I never had cable growing up, so I never had that channel, but he just seemed like a cool guy. I think I saw him on, like, Oprah or something like that, but yeah, he seemed really cool. When you go to your favorite restaurant, what do you usually order?
chicken nuggets.
Are you joking? Is your
No.
favorite restaurant McDonald's?
No.
And why do I feel like Chubby or Snails are the same thing? We were sitting here, and I think I asked him the same question. And he was like a Big Mac. I'm like, are you joking?
That sounds
Cheap
like
date.
that sounds like a Chubby or Snell thing to say, honestly. I don't even know what my favorite restaurant would be, honestly. Chili's is pretty good. We go there from time to time, and I like the steak.
Okay.
Expensive, but
Yeah. Chili steak. How many hours total do you think you work per week if you had to add it all up between YouTube and your other jobs?
probably around 80, 75 to 80.
This doesn't surprise me, but that's nuts. That's a lot.
Usually around a 40-hour work week, and then I will put close to that into YouTube as well.
How many people do you think are on your favorites list in Rec Room?
On my favorites list, I have about 30, I think.
30? I have way more than that. I don't know why. I feel like because people stick after like level 50 boxes and stuff, I add them to my favorites. Like, so I for some reason have like 100. I don't know why.
I feel like I'm super stingy with my favorites list. It's like family and super, super close friends.
Wait, am I on your favorites list?
So, you are.
Okay, so like RecTubers too, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because RecTubers are on my
I mean, I
favorites
consider
list.
us friends.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're friends. Oh, God, that was awkward. I mean, of course I consider us friends. You're not just a rec tuber to me, Bo, I swear. All right. Which do you prefer, comedy movies or horror movies?
Comedy. I like scary, but I don't like gore. And those usually go hand in hand in horror, so I'd probably watch comedy.
Agreed. Ugh, I don't like gore either. On a similar topic, though, do you believe in ghosts?
I think it would be super cool, but I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
Probably I would lean more towards no until I saw something that was just out there and there was no reasonable explanation, but I think it'd be super cool.
Exactly. What videos are in your what videos are in your ideas pile right now that you haven't made yet that you're like, is there a video?
Oh, I have a whole board back here. I have a couple from Minecraft mods. I have one that's been on my list for a while now that I think I'm finally gonna get to is Rec Room's most influential rooms. Not necessarily the most popular, but like custom rooms that defined an era in Rec Room, going all the way back to 2017. So that's probably the next big one.
I want to see that video. That's actually something that would really interest me.
I have the list. I just gotta do something with it. So
exactly. What's your favorite day of the week?
Sunday, because it's my day off.
Aw. Like, what cheers you up if you're having an off day?
My kids. Usually when I get home from a rough day, they'll usually run to meet me at the door. It makes life better.
Yes, absolutely. Was there ever a moment where you thought you might give up on YouTube?
Several, honestly. There have been some really big dips where it just looks like my channel's not going to recover. Several over the past few years, and it's like, you know, I'll push through and things don't start getting better, man. Maybe I should start sinking my time into something else, because this is on a very bad downward trend.
Right.
It's usually always come back. This last few months have been really rough too. I've been talking a lot to Soul and Snell about it. Like,
well, don't give up, because your channel is actually doing okay. So it's doing, it's fine. It's very stable.
It's
slower,
coming back, but yeah.
Exactly. I know it's kind of rough, hey? Especially when you have another job, like versus me. This is like my full-time job, so I'm like, I will like try to salvage this at all costs. But if you're like already working a job and you're already tired and it takes up so much time, I can totally see that it's like you just want it to do better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You come home and you're exhausted and you're like, I gotta go do this stuff to keep it up, and then you put out stuff and you put in, like I said, 70 to 80 hours a week, and you're just not getting anything back from it. You feel like, which is horrible to say, because I was still getting way more views than most people would absolutely love to have. But you know, when you're trying to get a mortgage payment and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a different level than being 13 and just posting Rec Room videos, for sure.
100%, yeah. What's
the best collab experience you've had working with another creator?
Some of the most fun ones were Soulfox, where me and him did the speedruns, did quests. I absolutely love those.
Is he a speedrunner too? I can't remember. Like, I've never really seen a Soulfox speedrun video, so I'm just curious.
No, he used like the cyber shoes, so he's got to run in real life. So he's like booking it in real life, and just.
I gotta watch this now.
And of course, you know, the Swords Only Crimson that we did.
Right.
Top.
Yes. Oh, wait, with me and you?
Yeah.
What? I thought you hated that because you're like, we could try the bog monster, and I'm like, no, we're not even gonna try it. We're just gonna like skip this part or something.
No, it was fun. I think we could have done it, but it was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Lots of laughs.
Maybe not.
Too much pressure for me, like trying to beat a quest with someone who actually is like known for questing, and I'm just like known for giving up. It was a bad match. But we did okay. What time do you usually wake up in the morning?
7.
Do you watch sports on TV?
I do not. I've never been much of a sports person, except for the golf. I do like watching golf occasionally, but I can't remember the last time I actually watched golf or any sports on TV, or really any TV at all.
Okay.
Occasionally we'll watch a movie.
We work 80 hours a week. You don't really have time for that. What did you do when you first hit 100K on YouTube? Like, what was your initial reaction?
I was freaking out. You know, you get to 80, 90K and it starts to become like a reality in your head, like this might actually happen, you know. I streamed the moment, you know, we were all freaking out, and it seems unreal, even knowing that you're getting there, like, and then that plaque comes in and it's just like, it validates everything that you've done.
Yes, yes, exactly. Oh, that's so cool. I can't wait for that feeling. Hopefully it happens, but.
Very soon, yeah.
What was the last concert you went to? I feel like maybe it's been a while.
It has been a very long time. I think the last one I went to was a Volbeat concert, and that was probably 2016.
Okay.
Maybe?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Too bad.
It's not, but before that, it was probably like 2008. So.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, your hearing thanks you. Concerts are very loud. So, what are people often surprised to learn about you?
Honestly, I don't know. Trying to come up with something. Yeah, a lot of people are surprised to learn that I have kids. A lot of people still don't know that. So
they think that maybe you're just younger. A lot of people think that I'm like in my early 20s or something. They're like, what? Like, yeah, but you have a life? What are you most afraid of in life?
But like a personal fears, like I'm not a fan of heights. I've had to fly on planes here recently, and I absolutely hate it. I can do it, but I deep breaths through those.
Same. Yep.
They're like 3 inches of steel between you and 5 miles down. So.
I know, exactly. It's not. It's unnerving. Do you ever watch TikTok, or are you strictly like a YouTube person?
I mean, I post a lot to TikTok. I don't really watch. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of content in general. I try to, but very rarely do I watch hardly anything.
What are your plans for this weekend, if you have any?
This weekend, I don't have any plans. Probably work on Saturday, and in fact, I know I'm going to work on Saturday. Sunday, we'll probably be streaming and recording and editing in the afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. The next question, I kind of already have an inkling to the answer, but would you ever go skydiving?
Okay. Maybe when I'm older.
When you're closer to death already, so it doesn't matter as much.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I start getting closer to death's door and it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, then you'll go. Yeah.
But probably not right now. Yeah.
I would never go. I'm not taking my life into my hands like that. So, have you ever done speedruns before in other games besides Rec Room?
I did some in Mario 3 for a little while.
Okay.
Got some respectable times, like top 25 in some of the categories.
Ooh, that's
and
cool.
That one's a pretty heavily speed ran game, so.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's Mario. It's very popular for sure. Do you think you have a good work-home balance, or do you wish you had more free time?
Definitely wish I had more free time. Like, I don't spend near enough time just relaxing or hanging out with the family or, doing what we want to do, vacations, all that stuff, so.
Yeah. I'm sure they appreciate all your hard work anyways. What did you want to be when you grew up?
What I wanted to be was, I think one of the things that I really, besides like professional golfer or something, I wanted to be an FBI detective.
Ooh, that's cool.
Track down the bad guy, use the evidence and put away the bad people, so.
Yeah. What was your first gaming console?
Probably a Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Mine was the original Nintendo. So I don't know if you're older than me or younger, but Super NES was like when I was like 13, 14.
We had some NESs, but I don't know if we got it after or before. But I definitely had a NES growing up.
They were lame. Do you ever struggle to get ideas for videos? And if so, how do you push past that?
That's like one of the worst things for me is I'm horrible at ideas. I've gotten to where I'll use like more tools online that kind of give you like a broad example of things that you could do. And sometimes you can one of them will just kind of spark a completely different idea or something that's pretty similar. I'll watch a lot of YouTube if I'm trying to find something, see.
That's always good.
Maybe if somebody's doing it in some other game or something, that might work well in Rec Room.
Yep. Actually, I should send you a video link. There's one that's I can't remember what it was, but it was 50 gaming channel ideas or something. For some reason, every time I watch that, it sparks a bunch of other ideas, even though they're talking about stuff that's not necessarily Rec Room. It's just gaming in general.
Interesting.
I gotta try and find that, and then I'll send it to you. Last question. Do you think that Rec Room has a bright future, or do you worry about the future of the game?
I hope they have a bright future. I think they do. I think they will have a bright future. Some of the recent decisions have made me wonder a little bit, but I think overall, from a business standpoint, that it's going to work out well for them. From a player standpoint, you look at it and you're kind of like, I really wish you wouldn't do that. But from a business standpoint, I get it. So
yes, totally.
I think it'll work out well for them.
You and me both. There's those growing pains of Rec Room. We've both been around for a while, you longer than me in the game, but growing pains, but it will get there, I think. So
it's such a conflicting emotion too, because as a player, you're like, no, don't do that, but as a business person, you're like, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible. And most people are young that play the game, are 13, so they don't even have a grasp of that business side. So they're just I hate this. This is frustrating. I'm like, I know. But see it this way, it's tough. But I see both sides of it too.
Yeah.
If you guys are enjoying this 50 Questions with a RecTuber series, please let me know in the comments below which Rec Room YouTuber I should interview next. Be sure to use code Tara in Rec Room, and you can go watch 50 Questions with Slat here in case you missed it. I put it on the screen. Take care.